And it is perfectly wonderful. It is such a beautiful, beautiful day here. Welcome again to this amazing edition of the Influencers Connection Corner. I would like to start this day with pretty much summarizing what Sonia Sotomayor once said. Quote, "The Latina in me is an ember that blazes forever." And I feel so identified by that quote. As you know, I'm very proud of my roots. And today, as you know, wearing El Salvador, that is my home country. However, I am so appreciative of what the United States of America has given me and my family and the opportunities it just lined up for me. So happy.
I am beyond happy myself, and so I'm like freaking out a little bit because life is so good, and I'm just excited for this whole month of celebration. So I am looking up and down a little bit because I see us going live.
Ooh, are we live,
I
guys? Let
think
us
I think
know.
we're live. I'm not sure. I'm double checking. So everyone, just full disclosure, we've had some challenges. Linked Restream is a platform that I use, and they have made some updates, and the changes that they made kind of messed us up in the back end here. So uh, we're figuring this out as we go. So I'm not sure if it's. I see that it's streaming, but I'm not quite sure. 5 people are watching us right now. So everyone that's watching, do me a favor, make a kind comment so I can make sure this is working properly. I would really, really appreciate it because I'm not quite sure which stream or what stream or if the stream is going. You know how this goes, kids. A high
It is.
five, a plus, a
Yes,
you
yes,
guys are
yes,
funny,
yes.
you silly cats. Oh, Stephen Ang.
Hi, brother. Good morning to you. I'm assuming you're hailing from New York, but let us know, guys, where you're tuning in from. We'll always love to give you guys shout outs, especially that loyal family who just shows up every Saturday, that we're on. Mi hermano, un besito para ti, Stephen Ang. I mean, if y'all don't know him, please go ahead and follow him. He's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Yay! I love him. Look at him. So happy. So happy. But yes, as Tia mentioned, this is a month that really starts Hispanic Heritage Month. It's celebrated beginning September 15th and it goes all the way to October 15th. So it's always a time, the good feels are in the fall, it's beginning to come, and summer is just ending, and it's just all the wonderful feels. So the more that we get together, Hispanics, we really don't have to have an excuse to get together and throw a fiesta. So we just
Yes.
show up. We just show up, and my guest today, she is the fiesta herself. She brings it everywhere she goes, as I love to say it. Buenos días a toda mi gente latina, toda mi gente hispana, and there's what you said. Latinos and Hispanics, what's the difference, etc. We'll get into all of that once we get the discussion going. But if you identify yourself as Latino, welcome. If you identify yourself Hispanic, welcome. If you're not Hispanic or Latino, you're welcome. I love everyone. We embrace everyone. But, as I said, we do like to wear our culture and our heritage really proud, in a proud way. So I'm so excited, super excited to be here today to celebrate and continue the celebrations that we've been having since literally September 15th. I've been going to different events. Yeah.
Yes.
Parties. Tell me about this week's, Sia.
Yeah, so much has been going on, my friend. Let me tell you. So, okay, just full disclosure, I am not Latina. However, I was at a summit last week, and it's hilarious. I know you were supposed to be there, and the funny part was I was a speaker as well talking about podcasting, but there was another panel talking about being an influencer on LinkedIn, which is why you were invited. Well,
Hmm.
but they also know you're a podcaster. There was a third segment was pitch yourself to be a guest on a podcast, right? And I am laughing because they took the pictures, this whole event, and they tagged you as me. So I was like, oh my God, my poor girlfriend went from being this hot, gorgeous Latina, sassy sassafras to let's say, resting RBF, Asian chick, And
Oh,
it was
stop
just
it.
girl, it was hilarious. And they kept saying Raquel, Raquel, and then people were like, "Oh, Raquel," and I'm like, "Oh man, Raquel just went from Hispanic to Asian real fast, law dog." And the absolute funny part was Audie, who's our guest that we're going to bring on shortly. Everett kept asking if we were siblings. And so I was like, "Oh my
Oh,
god!" I go, "Girl, you looking Asian?" She goes, "Everyone says I look Asian," but now I think maybe they thought I was Raquel Flores, thinking, "Well, she's a very Asian-looking Latina." I don't know. Isn't that funny?
that is so funny. But it's just I was looking at that they were tagging me, and I'm like, but I didn't even go. I couldn't make it, unfortunately. So guys,
It the universe will give and receive and all that good stuff as needed. And you know what? You had things to do. You had to take care of at home. But hey, I want to give a
yes,
shout out to some folks that are like here. Tyrese
yes,
Stanley. It's his first time. I want to highlight it again. So Tyrese, welcome, and let us know where you're coming in from. We got Anne from Virginia.
I love it, and thank you so much for. Oh, I wonder how the leaves turning already? I man, I've always been wanting to see that.
I think so. I think they are starting to come on in. Um, uh, Hamza,
Hamza
Muhammad Hamza
Khan.
Khan. Thank you. Thank you. Let us
Mm-hmm.
know where you're coming in from. I imagine if you're not based in the United States, it would probably be across the pond, some pond along the way. So
Or an
thank you very
ocean.
much.
Yeah.
And Yolanda, can I just tell you, Yolanda and I, we met on Wednesday or Thursday night, so a couple nights ago, for first time in person. It was so cute. She is so petite, you guys. I think, like, yeah, like literally, I hugged her and I felt like I was crushing Yolanda. I honestly felt like I was crushing you.
Does
She
she
is
join
part
the 5-2 club?
she is part of the 5'2". I think she might be a little bit shorter, but I was wearing heels, so I'm like, oh my god, is that what I look like? But yes, 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 yes. Yolanda is part of the 5'2" crowd, and she's
Okay.
based in Dallas as well. Got Latanya. Hey, beautiful.
Good
Latanya, you're in
morning.
Dallas too, right? Or no? Yeah,
I believe
right?
so. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I
think
believe
so.
so. Good to see
Uh,
you guys. I love it. Lorena Mejia, buenos días. ¿De dónde te reportas? Where are you tuning in from? Please let us know. And y'all notice I'll be mixing some Spanglish here and there, just to just shout out to mi gente. I just love you guys. Leslie, mwah. Good morning to you from New York,
New York.
NYC.
You know what's funny? So Melissa Cohen, her partner, and on
Yes,
their stream was physically at that summit as well, and it was awesome
yes.
giving hugs to Melissa. So while Yolanda was like our cute petite skinny friend, Melissa Cohen was our tall giantess, gorgeous skinny friend as well. I'm like,
You're like, okay, which one can I be? No, but I do struggle a lot with being short, just because the cabinets at my home, they're like made for somebody who's at least 6, and I'm just like,
yes,
what in heaven's earth? But anyhow, yes, it's one of those. But and shout out Melissa. I'm like, I missed you. I hope the book, the the launching the event went well. Shout out to you. Do you have it, Sia, so we could show the people, so we could show the audience?
yeah. Hold please. It's around here somewhere. I'll be right back.
Yes. So, Melissa, I know she was so excited about it. I'm so excited for you, and I hope that the event went phenomenally and stellarly. So, but anyways, guys, let us know where you're tuning from. I always love to know that, so we can give you a shout out. And also, if you're Latino or Hispanic, or if you have cultural, Hispanic heritage, let us know which country. All right. So I already shared. As you guys know, I'm from El Salvador. We have people in the audience who also have a mixture, live by culture, and I love that. Uh, Shout out to my Mexican amigos, mis amigos mexicanos. Gracias por siempre apoyar. Thank you so much for always, supporting. A good, it just someone who comes into my mind is Felipe Cofino. Mi hermano, I love you so much. He was here not too long ago on the show, and his Cuban descent wears it very proudly. And yeah, I'm excited. We will be having an audio room next Tuesday if you guys want to join, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month as well. And it'll be 7 people. So I'll post the today, and so we can continue the fiesta. Even if you're not Hispanic, you can always support the festivities. I know.
Yes,
See ya.
yes, yes. So, Lisa, thank you so much. Happy Saturday. Yay. Happy Saturday. Yay. And then also, Sincera. Hello, hello, handsome. Fancy seeing you out of my birthplace, Orlando,
Yes.
Florida.
I hope you're okay with that storm, with the
Oh,
hurricane.
yes. Oh, all my hearts
Yeah.
and thoughts and wishes and juju. Everyone, hope everyone's safe and like
Yes.
recovering. That was a doozy of a storm for many. So there were lives lost. And so
Mm.
I really sending out all my condolences for those that were affected by that. That's some wicked weather down there, man. Oof.
Yes, yes. So we definitely let us know, check in with us and see how are you doing. Highlight Stephen in Peruvian-born Chinese. Wow.
Wow, right?
That is quite a beauty of a mixture of just cultures. And I can't wait to meet you in person, brother.
Oh,
I've told you this. We have to make a trip to New York ASAP.
girl, speaking of which, Melissa Cohen just popped in. Here we go. Hold on. Sorry, I'm like happy to be here. Hi, beautiful. I was just talking about you, girl. Yeah, no, I know you guys. We're gonna manifest this because we were told way too many times, and there's too many amazing people. So there will be a road trip from Team Texas, gonna go visit Team New York. So stay tuned for that. And when we get up there, there will be a party. Maybe we'll make it a LinkedIn local thing because apparently that's a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. I don't know if it's a branded thing, but whatevs. But hey, ain't no party until Team Texas shows up. So Melissa, Leslie, Steven, Nick, I mean, golly gee, so many other peoples.
Dina,
Let's
oh
make
my
it
gosh,
fun.
everybody who's close to there. But yes, I know that that one is going to be epic, epic.
Oh,
And
dude. Oh, okay.
yes,
We're gonna have to manifest this, you guys. Okay. Let us know in comments for those that are in New York City or those that want to join us in New York City. I'm thinking springtime.
allergies, no pollen.
Look, look, I'm under allergy attack anyway, so we'll figure that out. But hey, anyone out in New York, let us know when the good time is to come out. And then also for those that want to meet up with us, let us know what a good time is for you. I say springtime. I know I don't have children, so I know Raquel, we got to be in a consideration for you. Maybe we bring the girls up with us to New York City, and maybe someone in New York have a family member that could babysit her daughters while we're like maybe have an evening out. Would be lovely. We'll work it out. So Naomi Thompson from South Africa.
Hi,
Yay,
thank you so
Johannesburg.
much. What time is it over there right now? But thank you. Oh my
Se-
goodness for joining us.
7 hours.
Is it
Naomi, is it
7?
like 6 p.m. over there for you? I think it's 7, right? Let me know.
Oh,
Because I try to do so. Hey, I don't mind pimping. I'll do pimp something out. So I run a monthly Zoom meetup. It's a virtual, obviously, 'cause it's Zoom, for the behavior panel. So it's a YouTube channel for anyone that loves body language. Basically, we get together as a community and we actually go over some video footage and we just kind of go in circles and read the body language, what we're interpreting. We'll watch other creators, sometimes a behavior panel, sometimes not. And then we kind of add our own color. So if anyone wants to practice their body language skills, by all means, the next one is going to be October 19th. Would love to have you guys all there. Yes, it sucks because I'm trying to be good for everybody. So for South Africa and in UK time zone, it's usually around like 7 and 9 p.m. respectively. And then Asia Pac and Australia, if you guys really, really want to do it, I will do a second day and time to accommodate you. But I tried it a few times and like one person showed up. So um,
oh,
I felt really bad. I'm like, well, let's just
yeah.
talk. We just got
I
to know each other. So yes. So yeah, that would be awesome, you guys. If anyone wants to learn about body language. Okay, Melissa's saying
love that.
springtime would be lovely.
Manifesting, we will make it happen. We will definitely make it happen. I definitely don't want to go when it's cold.
Lorena wants to do springtime. They'll only be
Yes, yes.
springtime. Hey,
Love it, love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I am ready to get this started, girl. Let's get
are
the
we?
party
Are
started.
we get the party started? Get this. Wait. Oh my
Yes,
god. Wait.
so
Wait.
let's go ahead and run that intro and
I'm
let's get this
old.
party
Hold
started.
up. Let's get
Why?
this party started, right? Let's get this
No.
party started quickly. There you go. That's how it says. Okay, now I can function. All right. Okay, someone wants to do the intro. Oh my god, so demanding.
Oh gosh, I lose.
Welcome to the Influencers Connection Corner.
And dance, and dance. Hey, 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 girl, this is just starting. Shout out to Sincera for that amazing intro and Brilliant Beam Media. I love it. It encapsulates my, my spirit and my essence, I usually say.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
oh my
Oh, that's so
goodness.
funny. Okay, so here's what I love about this, you guys. Can I just tell you, full disclosure? I'm like meted up hardcore right now on allergies. Raquel has, just as life does, sometimes you have bouts of insomnia and you're like up all night. Poor Ari was like having all three of us collectively had issues this morning. So the fact that we're live right now, and on top of that, like I said, Restream did this like wonky thing that sometimes LinkedIn wants to play our videos and sometimes doesn't. And so everyone, we appreciate your graciousness because this genuine giddiness you hear is because we're live and we're so happy to be here because we actually made it. We made
And I'm over here,
looks
I'm
like we
muting
made
myself
it.
because I'm cracking up. It is so true, you guys. You do not know sometimes the intricate things that happen backstage before going live. And you pray that you actually do go live and that you guys get to see the amazing guests that are here. But I restream, get it together, please. So
Yes, yes, yes.
oh my goodness, you guys, but I won't belabor anymore. I am so happy, excited, just genuinely. This my next guest is amazing. She needs really no introduction because as soon as she walks to any room, she introduces herself with her amazing personality. Is larger than life, and I'm just so happy and proud to call her a sister, honestly. She's transformational strategist, just an amazing person who gives, I wouldn't say coaching. I don't see her as a coach. She's a magic person, as I call her.
Ooh.
She's done so many wonderful things in my life in the short time that I've known her, and I always admire her drive, her enthusiasm for life, and her outlook for life. So, without further ado, I hope I did justice to you, girl. Please, everyone, help me welcome the amazing Ariadne Ari Medrano to the stage. Is she here? Where is she? Oh my
Hello.
good. Hi.
Hello.
Woo!
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh, listen, from now on, when folks say, will you coach me? I'm going to say, I'm so sorry. I am not a coach. What I do is help you create magic in your life.
Okay, I gave you a tagline, girl. Oh my goodness. But do you see what I'm saying? Just life, she is life. She's walking life and I love it, girl. Thank you so much for taking time this beautiful morning. And yeah, so we were talking about the intricate things that happen backstage before, going live, and it's part of the joy of doing what we do on a daily basis, showing up, correct?
100%. I don't know what she's talking about. I was absolutely ready. I've been ready. I've been, look, they're cracking
Born
up.
ready.
Y'all, if you could have seen me on this camera 10 minutes ago, they did, because I wanted them to see. I'm like, I just want you to see the magic happen. I got this. I'll be there.
Well, and you made it happen. Here
Like,
you
okay,
are.
is this not but this is such a fundamental thing, and this is why, by the way, everyone, I'm warning you well in advance, be careful. Our laughter is probably going to be annoying, infectious, motivating, inspiring, annoying, because it's going to be nonstop. So here's what I love about you two beautiful Hispanic ladies of not leisure, of life, is the fact that it was a shitty ass morning. Okay, we're not gonna everyone was like groggy, tired, like
Yeah.
moody. And here we are, we're on because it's not life is gonna kick you down. It's your reaction to life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know you all saw yesterday, I posted on my LinkedIn and I let you ladies know on our chat that yesterday I celebrated 5 years of recovery, right? So 5 years ago, I went into surgery and woke up paralyzed. And so exactly what Sia just said, like how I responded to that. Oh, absolutely made a difference. I mean, y'all can't see
Yeah.
me standing right now, but I'm sure you've seen videos. And I know I'm sitting right now, but I'm not getting up because the party's all up here. I'm just gonna say that.
Girl, girl. 100%. The party is up here, and that's it. That's all you're gonna see. None of us ain't moving. Just saying right now.
No, and it is true. Trajimos la fiesta. We brought the party. I usually say that. I am so excited, Ari, for you to really start diving into your story, just so the audience knows a little bit more about you. But in your audio room that you've had, yeah, tell us what Chicana, right? Like your Chicana roots, and so let's get into that.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the response and the way that LinkedIn has truly embraced that audio room. My heart is absolutely elated, elated, elated. So the room is called Growing Up Chicana Chicano, and it's an anthology. So it's several Latino writers from different, backgrounds that basically are very creative in the way that they share their true story, but the way that they imagined how they either reacted or responded, to things at the moment. So we have gone down some wild roads in these stories. And I definitely prepare beforehand, but I will tell you that I purposely do not read the entire thing line by line because I want you to get my reaction in them, like my actual, there's nothing, that I bring up that's fake in any kind of way. So when y'all hear me, I actually read them, I act them out. I act out the stories vocally. There are moments that when you all tell me I was in tears or I was about to cry, y'all, I am. Like I am in the thick of it with you. So I also believe that that's what makes it even a greater and richer layered experience because we're all experiencing what's happening together. I believe that that's the, as you said, Raquel, magic that happens in the room, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And C has
Yes.
been there nightly too.
And it's a beautiful thing, right? It brings people from not only of Chicano descent or Hispanic descent, it brings in anyone who really wants to learn. I think we got Charles from Costa Rica tuning in from there, and it's just a beautiful thing. We have Portuguese speaking individuals too. And I love that. I love how inclusive as a culture we are. And we're very welcoming. I've heard this, I believe it was Sincera who mentioned this to me, that, Hispanic people, we really just love and embrace. And that is definitely a magical part of our essence.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes. Well, you know what I think it is too is like, okay, so I've told you girls, you ladies, many times, like I have gravitated towards my closest friends have been Hispanic, Latina. And I want to talk about that in a second, but has been Latino, Latina, both. Um, but I wonder if it's just that commonality, that vein of family, right? Familia. I wonder if that's like the commonality between Asians and the Latino community because family is everything. All said and done in life, yes, you've got friends, but friends become family, right? I mean, how many times I think you guys have very something similar where, it's a family friend. And then as you're a kid growing up, they're like, that's your auntie, that's your uncle. And you're like, how many aunties and uncles do I have here? Holy crap. Wait, you've got blonde, blue-eyed, purple hair. How are we related? Right. And do you guys have the same?
Same. Listen, my youngest is in his 20s, and he's just finding out that there is no blood relation in some of those aunties because he's grown up with them and now the cousins are talking. They're like, wait, like, are we real cousins or is it the thing that the family does?
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's same for sure. And by the way, just a little tidbit for y'all to know. Do you know that by 2060, one in every four Americanos will be Latino? One in four Americans by 2060.
2060.
By
My goodness.
2060, one in four Americans. So if you don't know a Latino or Latina yet you will.
Or
You
if
will.
you're not, or if your business is not catering to the Latino community,
What?
Get
you
it
better get it
together.
together.
What? Yes. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So it's funny. You just made me think about this though. Okay. All right. So that factoid, 25% of the population will have some kind of Latino someone, right? But
Mhm.
here's the thing I think is interesting. I haven't looked up the stats yet, but I know so many people of Caucasian background who have a ton of Irish in them in some capacity. You don't hear about that stat of like 25% of the American population is going to be Irish in some capacity. So I think it's really kind of a funny thing where it's like maybe because of the features would be standing out, or maybe it is a smaller percentage, but every single person that I know that is of Caucasian descent has some. They say like I've got like a great grandfather that's Irish at least, right? Like so, I don't know. I just don't want to throw that out there. I'm a
So
genealogist, hobbyist. Everyone, full disclosure.
all that means to me is that you all should get it together. Get it together. You see the Latino pride right here? We looking up our stats, baby. We letting you know.
God, I love this. But no, you bring up a very important point. I mean, it's actually an elemental point that if you're really not catering to our community, you're going to be missing out on so many different opportunities for business, for growth, for whatever you want to do. We're talking about, we are what, 35 years away from that or
Right,
so, right?
right,
35,
right.
36 years. My
Will the
math is not
mathematician
mathing.
do the math for us? Because
I know my math is not mathing this morning. Let me have a little more coffee. Hold on. But
what, and we're projected to rank as the fourth, by the way, fourth economy wise largest by 2029. 2029.
That makes
Fourth,
sense.
the Latino economy. Y'all, the Latino. So again, if in your business you're not hiring people, and in your business you're not catering to, and or at least including, goodness gracious, let's take out the word even catering to, because we should cater to all people. However, if you're not being inclusive to the Latinos, our money, our dinero, it carries some weight. It carries the fourth largest by 2029 kind of weight. Eso es muy
Mm,
pesado. I'm just saying.
yeah, no, and I love that. And a lot of that has to deal with language too. Spanish, as Spanish speakers, many of the business people who are living out abroad, they come to the United States just to do business.
Right.
Right? They really do. Business, large entities, business owners who have wealth in their family, they have, well, generational wealth, and they want to come to the United States to do business here or business transactions in Spanish. I've seen that multiple times. I'm also a translator and an interpreter. So I've seen that multiple times throughout my career. And it's a very interesting fact, to be honest with you. So learn your Spanish while you're at it. If you need help, you can always chat with us.
Exactly. I love also what you just brought up, because it's triggering another thought in my head, which is let's also debunk some thoughts that are out there about us, right? So let's debunk the idea that I think I just debunked one of them, which is we have a bag. We actually have a bag of money, not just yerbas. We have that too, but we're talking money right now, money, honey. Uh, but let's debunk the fact that Latinos don't have money, right? Or the only thing that they
mm,
buy is tequila, right? Or I mean, there is facts to that. We do like our tequila, and we do like our tortillas. That's for sure. However, when you have someone that comes, literally, when our gente comes from the countries that they actually reside in, they're not here, they're not crossing over, they're not showing up here undocumented, because there are folks that, like, I was one of them, right? I am now, so don't come for me, migra, don't come for me. But the ones that don't come, I'm just being real. That's PTSD. Listen, I hid underneath the sink for many, many hours with the mama when I was a little pequeñita, but that's another story. However, when we have folks come from other countries, the Latino, we are coming with a big, big bag. Let me be clear. The reason why they're not here, where they hear people going, "Oh, you must want to come to the United States," they're like, "What are you talking about?" No, no. Why? Because they are very, very wealthy in their own right, and they are coming to spend their very wealthy money.
money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So get it together. Get it together. And absolutely, like you said, Raquel, like, you learn the language. Learn actually when you just completely stay away from Latinos, just as as you walk into a place of business, that's foreign to us. We are very, very much a communal, hi, how are you doing? We're very Southern in that kind of way. That's why I gravitated to Texas. Mhm.
Yes, yes. Go ahead, Sia.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think the
Tejas
South can
just,
be.
you need to stop it. That's just the people you hang out with. I love the people here. See ya just is
I'm
challenging
not
with people.
saying that I don't like Tejas. All I'm saying is the concept of the Southern hospitality is a bittersweet term for me because I
Ooh.
do feel like there is a lot of genuinely nice people who do want to welcome you, but I've met far too many that are just like, surface level friendly, but under their breath are like, I'll just take their money. I don't want them here. As a Californian living in Texas, I know damn well half the time they're like, "Oh, that's lovely. Where are you from?" "Oh, California."
Oh, I never
Welcome.
say I'm from California, just to be clear, y'all. Just
I know that, by the way. I see
I
that
get it.
every single time. Oh, girl, she was at that conference with me last week, right? And we're like, "Oh yeah, where are
Hmm.
you from?" And she's like, well, I was born in Mexico. I'm like, "Bitch, why are you giving the timeline?" Because she
well,
didn't want to say she's from California. I know it.
Okay, well, I don't know the reason why you guys will not share that you guys are from California.
oh,
What's the stereotype, or not the stereotype, but the connotation, the negativity in that?
I know I can recite the list, but I'm a newbie here because I've only been here 3.5 years. I'm a toss that over to Sia because she's got the whole list.
Okay, so yeah, come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading text messages. What's the
Oh,
question? Sorry. Sorry.
I told you this was going to be a party, y'all, and she did warn you that we were
all
going to be
right. Listen,
laughing.
I'll pitch right in. She'll get caught up
Wait,
with just
what
what
was
I'm
the
saying.
question?
But
Hey, I'm trying to
I'll
run
say
a
it.
show here, people. Multitasking. What's up?
Why? When I first came here, when I had my California plates before I switched them over, did I get cut off every 2 minutes? Go.
Fracking yak, yeah. Look, okay. Well, okay. So when I came over to Tejas, it was 2006. There wasn't a lot. I mean, there was, but it wasn't. There is a mass push now because so many company headquarters have moved to Texas because Texas has made and allowed themselves to be very amenable for corporate entities. And so, just in our area alone, which is North Dallas, Frisco, Plano area, I mean, over 100,000 jobs has been moved literally over in the last like 7 years. So there's a mass exodus out of the high quote populated urban city states, right? So California being huge, one of them, Toyota moved their headquarters. That was 30,000 jobs alone, right? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of Californians that are coming in all at once, and it's overwhelming. What can be at times used to feel like a more of a small time Texas feel to now it's just becoming another, metropolis, which, good, bad, ugly, and different, times are changing. The positive side for my Tejani friends is you can always keep moving out, my friend. It is a flat ass state. This is a flat state. You can just keep going out. And it has. Salina Prosper, if anyone's interested, is one of the fastest growing. Frisco used to be the fastest growing city. Now Salina Prosper has taken over that mantle because they're further north and lots of land. So yeah, I mean, we can keep expanding.
Expansive indeed, see, now you bring me to a point uh, where Salvadoran people, how they got here, and the reasoning why they got here. We just kept coming north, girl. I'm just telling you. Well, my parents stopped in Houston, and I'm like, okay, Houston it is, and I've been here for the last 30 plus years, and I don't see myself going anywhere further north. I don't like the cold, but there are largest population Salvadorians also are in California, Los Angeles, obviously,
Yes.
Maryland, and actually in which is I find that rather interesting. They were just trying to get further, I mean, far away from the South. There's a large population of Salvadorans in Canada, spread out over Canada too. And I'm like, y'all want to be in the blizzards? Not this one. I'll take floods and hurricanes any day over blizzards. So, what was your descent from? Like, I know you're Chicana, so let's talk to the people, the audience, and explain what actually Chicana is.
Yeah, so I I have adopted being Chicana to me because Chicana really is someone who was born in the United States. I was not born in the United States, but the reality is I was here since I was 1 years old. So I remember nothing from Mexico. I love my gente. I love my familia. However, truly, and again, my story is vast and large, but part of my story is I literally thought I was a white girl all my life until I was 15 when my parents dropped the big bomb on me that I couldn't have a quinceañera, which is weird that I would even think I'd have one if I'm a white girl. It's interesting what I thought white girl to be. I don't know, but I couldn't have it because we were going back to Mexico to get documented so we can come back as residents. And I was like, what are you talking about? Y'all, when I say I was floored, this is what came out of my mouth. And I'll be very transparent. Some of y'all going to get some PSD with what comes out of my mouth right now, but I give it to you straight. I said, what? I'm a wetback? I literally, my parents, I'm so shocked my mother didn't give me the big old cachetada the moment. She probably didn't know what that word meant, by the way.
Or la chancla.
Yeah, we were too close. It would have been the cachetada for sure. But so because I grew up with the I was like the token Latina, didn't really know what that meant outside of I'm a white girl. Meaning to me, what that meant was I grew up in the United States. That's all it meant. So I really grew up with yes, at home we were very, very different, but in the schoolyard, I was just like everybody else. And that also meant the things that I heard, even about my own people, I picked up, hence the word that I called myself, right? Goodness gracious, y'all, again, it's super important who you hang out with because you become those 5 people around you. So what does that say about who I was around? I'm just going to put that out there. And by the way, I was a good Catholic schoolgirl for the first 12 years. Or at least my mother.
Dude, you kind of reverted. You're like a good Catholic school now, man. Hey, cheers to designated drivers. Thank you.
I am the beautiful DND 100%. Yeah, wait.
Well, no,
DD
is a different thing. Yeah, you're DD, not DND. I mean, wait. If we ever did a D&D night, holy crap, I think we would have so much fun. Oh my God, we should have it. Hey, anybody out in the audience that want to like play D&D with us? Let's do a D&D night because I cannot wait to see Raquel's face go. What is this? What are we doing?
I was just about to ask.
Don't! Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. I mean, I can, but I can't. Y'all just tune in with us because you never know what's going to fly out of our mouth. Anywho.
Yes. So going back to your story, please continue. As you can see, audience, these lovely ladies is what I get the joy to hang out with every so often. And I learned a lot. Though. Let me tell you that, because not being from the United States, I get to soak in a lot of the culture from the late 80s and early 90s from these 2 young ladies. And so it's an educational experience for me. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm just going to say this, Raquel. I promise I'll get back on point. If anyone ever asks you on any other platform to go into a D&D room, please just say no. Don't go, oh yeah, Addie said no. Then no.
Okay.
I'm just going to leave that there. Oh my gosh. Okay, going back. So I was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. That's where I was born. I came out here, within the year, we actually came on vacation. That's air quotes for those of you who are not watching. So we came on vacation and we stayed with an expired visa. One of the things that I love most about the experience of, coming out here, growing up Chicano, because I absolutely did, even though I was born in Mexico. What I love so much about my parents is that they brought all the Mexican traditions with them, absolutely. But they were so appreciative for what this country had to give us, offer us, right? Support us with, just in safety, more in their head. And I say that specifically because one of the things I love so much about my upbringing is the way that my parents honored the country that we were in, not just with their words, but with their beingness. And so I want to share this one point because I just want to honor my mother and who she is. I was 5 years old. I was underneath the table when someone knocked on the door. Listen, I thought I was going to be in the audio room right now, and I was about to do this. So y'all can be in the experience. The knock on the door happened. And when you're Latina and undocumented, you run. When someone that you don't know if they're coming, knocks at the door, because all you think is, migra, So we ran underneath the table. And so we were sitting there underneath just watching, and it was a neighbor that came over. We were very hungry that day. We were very, very poor at that time. And so we were hungry. The neighbor came over and brought some bread to us. And she says, I know that the kids are probably hungry. I brought this extra bread for you. Never said because I know you don't have or anything like that, but she brought the bread. However, then she said this, I don't know if you need this, but the government here helps to support people. And my mother was like, what do you mean? And she says, oh, they give free money. And she said, free money? They give free money? She says, yes. So what she was talking about was welfare, right? So she begins to tell my mother what welfare is. And my mother stops her and says, no. And then this was in Spanish, right? But she says, nosotros no vinimos a recibir del gobierno. How do you say government in Spanish?
Gobierno.
Gobierno. I wanted to say it in Spanglish, gobierno. That's not a word, y'all. That's not a word. No venimos a recibir del gobierno. Venimos a dar a este país. So what that means is we didn't come to here to receive from the government. We came here to this country to give. Y'all, what a mic flipping drop. And that, y'all, is how we have responded as a family in this country. I have two sisters who are educators and give back, to the children. And they have over 20 years. I have a brother who's 26 plus years, a senior master chief in the Navy, a sheriff, and he is a multiple business owner. My father, who came over with a 6th grade education, left his position. So I'm thinking of the word in Spanish again, and it's in English. Y'all help me out. He retired eventually. It gets in there, y'all. It gets in there. He retired at 80 years old as the vice president of Tampico Spice Company, y'all.
Oh, Tampico is huge, girl.
Girl.
Oh my God.
Wait.
My that is my legacy. And then here I just give to the world. We are the world.
We are the children.
You are quite the character, Adi, and that's one of the things that I've always, looked at you. Whenever every time we meet, and you're either singing, you're laughing, you're dancing, you're doing so many different things that people misconstrue that as, oh yeah, well of course she's Latina, she's Latina. We have that. I wouldn't say label, but those characteristics that people place on us that sometimes don't play, to our advantage. Can you speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, there's a reason why folks say, oh, all Latinos love beans, or all of them love, listen, I do love beans. That's just the truth.
But that's because beans are easy. I'm sorry. Hey, can I just be that third party objective? You don't got to be anything to enjoy food. I think food is what connects cultures.
Oh, and by the way, thank you for bringing that back, because I was going to say that's another thing that connects us is food. It's not just our love for family, but it's our love for food. Most definitely. Every time I can eat. She's crazy, y'all. She looks amazing. And anytime we're together, the first thing Sia wants to do is and the reason is because she's working all day, but I've already taken time to eat. She wants to go and eat. And I will literally be like, I just ate. But the little fatty girl in me is like, okay. And I eat again.
There's no shame in eating, people. Enjoy the food. It is sustenance for your body and soul. Have that extra bite of caramel. Have that extra broccoli.
Oh.
Okay. I like
No, there are some places that make really delicious broccoli. I will just say you have to hunt for it, but there are some really yummy places that do, for sure. But yes, Raquel, going back to her question, because we're just gonna do this the whole time, y'all. We just go in a big old circle, but we eventually come back. We come back.
You should see and do her in our meditation sessions. You'll be like, oh my God. Okay, never mind. Go back.
That was the most beautiful time, y'all, when we meditated together in the water in La Agua. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Oh yeah. Wait. You need to set the tone here. Someone turned 50. Someone turned 50, and there was Jody Lamb. Shout out Jody Lamb, was gracious enough to open up her house to let some crazy friends of a certain 50-year-old celebrate. And there was just us four. And we were in the pool, and we just had a lovely. Jody's got this gorgeous like waterfall like feature, and so we just were chilling one day. I think we all closed our eyes, heard the water fountain, and then I think it was Jody's idea to go like, I want to meditate, and I'm like, that sounds like a really good idea, and so we did, and that was, and we just all we did was we just floated. We all had floaties, and we closed our eyes and let the meditation do its thing, and we were floating everywhere too because we bounced against each other every now and then. That was really fun. But anyway,
That was a beautiful moment, and again, it helped me see you guys in a different perspective. Obviously, I've known y'all, but it was just a beautiful bonding moment that we shared, and further reinforcing why we gravitate to one another and the reasons. The universe has a funny way of doing things, and I love it. But anyways, that I just threw that out there. But we're not all the time like this, haywire, going, lively. Not all the time, okay?
No, not. But however, what I do, and it's not and to Raquel's point, if y'all think you're just gonna hire a Latina, they're gonna show up like me, it's not gonna happen. I'm just.
no,
There is only
no.
one Ariadne Medrano, only one. As there is only one Raquel and one Sia. Like it's just that's just
Thank
it.
goodness.
However, wait, just the one you or the one me or the one Raquel or all of us?
All of us.
We are a bit much, okay? I mean, we are a bit much. Even I hate to say it, but the last time we were all three of us were together was for my birthday, and we ended up going to the Granada for the Le Cure cover band for the Cure concert.
Yes.
We shut it
Raquel knows nothing
down.
about the Cure. Dude, we were the party in that section. We
Yes,
were
we
bouncing
were.
like juju bees. I don't know, like boing, and you guys, because again, it's how you react to situations. Raquel does not know anything about the Cure, but she's like, "This is a bopping song."
You wouldn't know it. Raquel looked like
And
the
she was just
biggest
dancing
groupie of all
along.
her
So
life.
yeah, I love.
But do you see, you add to the point of being
You're
able
on
to
mute.
soak
Oh, there we go.
in all knowledge from you guys? No. Oh, yeah, being able to, soak in and learn about different things that I haven't been exposed to. Yeah, I don't know anything about the band, the cover band was Le Cure, but The Cure, the band, I don't
Look
know
here,
anything
yeah.
about that. Yeah, so to me, it was an interesting idea. And then once I started getting into it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I like it. I'm vibing. And I in Spanish we say me entregué en el momento, right? I just gave into the moment, into the experience. And so for me, that was very, it was one of those, personal development type things. You explore a different side of you. And anyways, yeah. So going back to
Yes,
Adi now.
yes. But
Adi,
yes.
sorry. I mean,
No. Y'all, I love this, and this is how we vibe because we're a multi-layered bunch here. So we can have one thought and then 10 of them come out. And we'll explore all 10 and then we'll come back to the one thought. Listen, that is how we do life, and it is how we do business, by the way. And I will say, someone may look at this and go, "Oh, that's a little random." I would invite business owners here. I saw in the chats that someone was saying, "Oh, this is why I'm trying to find a deeper like a Latino community so I can tap into that." I would invite you to get more curious about Latino people because Latinos are very curious. We're a very curious bunch, and we love to take multi-layer kind of things. When you lean into that business-wise, the creative juices that begin to flow. This is why Google does this so well, and they don't just do it for Latinos. They do it for the entire, it's part of their culture, where they actually get time to just shoot the shit. I don't know. Can we say that on LinkedIn? Because I just did.
did you not hear me swear? Like, just no F words. Otherwise, I think we're
Oh
okay.
God! Well, you know me. I barely even. I can probably count on one hand when I've ever.
Now, why would you be influenced by that? Who would do that to you, Adi?
Y'all, I've said this is exactly why that word came out of my mouth, because of this woman right here. She uses that word.
LinkedIn, please don't cancel me.
I don't know how you're doing a whole show with that with Messia over here, because her
because she says shoot.
She says,
shoot.
I wish that's all she says a lot of things. And I said to her, I've never had so many curse words kind of slip out of them. Remember, y'all, the five people around you. Well, she's one of them. So I'm like, la, 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 la. I feel the monjita, the nun coming. No se dice eso. You don't say that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Oh gosh, girls.
I have to do this. There was a story that you read the other night about that nun. That okay, you guys, someone
Sister
has to get
Catherine.
permission from the publisher because otherwise I cannot play it for you guys on repeat. However, if anyone wants a good reading, damn it, you guys come. Is it tonight? Are you doing one tonight? Or are you
No, I'm gonna do it Sunday. I'm driving to Austin.
Sunday? Okay, okay. So tomorrow night, guys, there was a story she read about this kid about their experience with the Catholic school system with the nuns teaching, and it was very interesting. It was kind of interesting. I'll just leave, and it was a long one though, girl. It was a long one, but it was good.
But it was really good. Definitely read it or, pop in. Maybe you should record that, Ari. If you weren't doing it, record that.
That is such a smart idea, Raquel.
It is
No, I'm just
recorded.
kidding. Wait,
Well,
we're-
it
We're
was
recording
recorded.
all of it.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
we do record it. We cannot play it because of certain IP, intellectual property issues that someone has to get permission from the publisher. Ari.
Yes,
Bummer.
I'm going to. Yes. And the likelihood is high, but we shall see. Yeah. The book is no longer being published right now. So the likelihood may be high. Or they may go, oh, wait, this woman could kick it off. I don't know. There might be a deal there. We'll see. Again, always
Right?
thinking multi-layered.
100.
Multifaceted. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Ari, because we are. That is how I see myself. We're not just good at doing this or great at doing that and stellar at doing this. We really try to merge those things and bring something to the table that is unconventional. However, sometimes the packaging may not appeal to everyone, and that's okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I say it all the time. It's taken me 4 decades to realize that I am not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And you know what? The beauty of those 4 decades have taught me, it doesn't matter. I am going to pour into me now. No longer being a recovery people pleaser, no longer catering to that, but catering to myself. Because once you cater to yourself, and I learned this from some birdies on here, the universe will align, right? Everything will start aligning and you'll start attracting what was meant to be.
Right.
Okay. And with that,
I like that shift. Yes. Sorry. Sorry.
I-
Ari, you go.
I know. I'm sorry. It's because we this is what we do. So I'm like, oh wait, hold on. I wanted to speak to that again, specifically in the workforce and in the boardroom, right? So we talked about negative things that can, excuse me, just things in general. But I do want to specify some negative things that sometimes happen in the boardroom because of the Latina that I am, right? It's interesting that when people initially meet me, not here on LinkedIn, but at other places, the last thing they think of is that I'm a Latina, which is really interesting. When people would share that with me in the boardroom, I've been fortunate enough to be, I worked for like NBC Universal, ExxonMobil, folks like that, vice presidents, presidents, and they'd say, "What? You're Mexican?" And I look at them like, "Excuse me, why the face?" And y'all, this is how I speak, period. So regardless of the letters next to your name, I said, "Excuse me, why the face? Why the face?" "Oh no, it's because," and I said, "No, I know why you said it. Let's just be clear. Because what? I'm not in chanclas and I'm not like in trenzas. Oh, hold on. Let me tell you what that is. Because I don't have, my hair isn't like all braided up, or I don't have pigtails, and I'm in nice clothes and nice shoes." And they would just be like, I'm like, no. I get it. I get it. Thank you for saying that. And this is exactly why I'm here. This is exactly why I wanted to make sure that I got a seat at the table so that you would realize what you've been missing out on. Because I'm not the only one. Meaning, I'm not the only one educated. I'm not the only one fun to be with. I'm not the only creative. There are many of us. But because people have us so boxed in, right, to being that too loud or too big or too, I be who I need to be in that moment. Now, I am all of these things, but I'm also very aware of who I am when I walk into a room, right? So don't get it twisted. If we're doing some program, we're reprogramming things, or we're working with our employees, doing creative, business development, the energy that you're going to get is a creative energy. It is a very intellectual energy. I'm going to make it fun because I am who I am, right? But you get all of it. I love my the last woman that I was very much connected with when I was working in Southern California. She was a high executive for Disney. And she said to me, what people don't understand is that when they get a Latina, especially a Latina like you, we don't just get one person that excels at something at the table. You're like 10 people in one. And that is our culture. Go ahead,
Yes.
Raquelita.
No, I mean, to your point, it's absolutely yes, because the person you see here is the person you're going to get in, in person, I should say, my personality, because I am transparent. However, within me, the Raquel Flores being, there are personalities within me that I know how to conduct myself in businesses, in meetings, and all of that. So you obviously not going to see the partying Raquel at the business table. You're not going to see that. It's common sense. However, we are lumped to be loud, to be, I would say, disruptive to some sort of degree, but yes, to your point, and it's like it gets tiring sometimes, because when I am approached and when I'm seen, if I haven't spoken a single word, if they hear me speak in Spanish, then when I switch to English and they're like, oh, you know, I'm like, that education kind of paid off. Yeah, it really did. I do have brains. I do. And, when you match the vibe or you surpass their level, it's like, whoa, who are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. It's called being unconventional, and it's called being a chameleon. I love that. I love the fact that we are chameleons, because we can mold, we can definitely,
Yes.
we fit anywhere we go.
100%. And we had to, especially, well, I'm one of 5 children, so I had to fit in many places. Sometimes in a really little short space in the car, sometimes in a tiny little bed. Like, I also think that's why we're so creative, right? We had to be creative growing up with all our children, with all of our family, and so it made us think, oh my gosh, my sister's about to kill me right now. How the heck, heavens, do I get out of this space? Right? So many things, so many things. Sia, tell us about you too, because I know you have stories.
Well, no, I'm the baby of 4, right? Or as I like to say, my parents stopped at perfection. But at the same time of perfection, I was also like the scapegoat for my older sisters many, many, many times, right? So here's something I'd love to ask you, ladies, because you guys are mothers as well, and you're professional women. So, and this is a very stereotypical question, but it's something I think definitely needs to get addressed on LinkedIn, particularly. Is do you feel that pressure of when, and granted for you, Adi, you have children that are successful and like flown the coop, but did you feel as you were raising your children that pressure to be, why aren't you at home? Why aren't you being a homemaker? Or at least for you, Raquel, like, oh, you're getting a master's. Aren't you the uppity one? How did you overcome that? And did you feel that pressure, if at all?
Uh, Still to this day, perhaps you get different chapters and different versions as you progress through life. But yes, it's one of those things. And I was having this conversation not too long ago about this as I'm writing my book. And all these things are coming out, right? All these unexplored feelings and emotions that I haven't really been able to process throughout the years that of what was happening at that point. Coming from El Salvador and being able to be the first one in my family to change that cultural narrative, or to want to change that cultural narrative. However, you're being faced with that same tension and resistance from your family saying, oh, you're going to go where? Why don't you just go to Houston Community College and get a degree there? You'll be done in like 2 years. And I'm like, but I just got a scholarship, full ride offer to Texas A&M, one of the best schools in the country. What are you talking about? So it's the lack of not knowing, right? And coupled with the cultural roots that really keep us anchored. You're like, how do you break out from that? And that's what I've been trying to do for the last 20 plus years. And so what ends up happening is, as you grow, then those people start falling off, right? You start distancing, not on purpose, but because your own growth will lead to the distancing. So that was a long answer. I hope it was clear, Ari.
No, that was great. That was great. Let's see. So in regards to my familia, there's a saying when you're from Mexico and you're from the DF that you're fresa, right? Which is basically you're stuck up. You think, too much of yourself. Usually folks from there come from money or come from education. And so my familia they knew I was from Guadalajara just like them, but they started calling me fresa. And the reason they were doing that was because I was consistently leveling up. So even when I did not have much, y'all, even in my, I was pregnant at 20. I had my first child at 21. I was already driving, my Lexus. I wasn't putting myself in debt. I found a way to get what I needed. I had enough, savviness, enough grit to go see how people were suffering around me. And I was like, that's not going to be me. Like me. And by the people, I meant my family, right? My cousins, my aunties. I wanted a different life. I wanted the life that my family had exposed me to, because my father worked extremely hard. He started off as a janitor at Daniel's Jewelers, y'all. Y'all know that jewelry company that's out here. I don't know if it's just the US or just in California. However, he started off as a janitor and ended up as like the district salesperson that trained everybody else. He worked with them for over 10 years before he transferred over to Tampico Spice Company. But it for me, the exposure was so important, because I knew I know I may not have what I need, but I'm gonna go get the damn thing. And so for my family, they were like, "Yes, that quien se cree." And who does she think she is? Right. However, I will tell you, who do they call every time they need something? Who do they call when they need to get out of a situation? Who do they call when they're like, okay, you did this and that. Can you share with me how you did that? For me, it's a long game that I play. I very much speak in truth, but I also give so much grace, right? So I make sure that I continuously show up, not make myself less than, because there was a period of time where I definitely did. I pretended that I wasn't as smart as I was. I pretended that I didn't have what I have, just to make other people comfortable. But literally, I was shrinking and dying inside every time, right? It did not serve me and or anyone else for me to shrink, quite frankly. So when I came into the knowingness of truly who I am, it not just blessed me, it blessed my children, and it blessed others around me, right? So for anyone who is struggling in that area, just know that when you truly walk in your power, it may not be, sometimes, yes, sometimes, like Raquel said, the people that don't need to be around you will wither away, right? Or they'll scatter away, or they'll run away, or you'll repel them. However, sometimes, and I love to do this, I love that this is the result. Sometimes they just kind of stand down and watch, and then they're blessed by the situation and they go, oh, okay, I get to learn from this, because if she can do it and I knew her when, that means I can do it, right? And then we get to each one teach one. So it's multi-layered in that way. I don't make excuses for who I am today. I'm 100% grounded in who I am today, and you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh my God, I just realized. Oh my God, that time, Jesus. I was not even paying attention. I was not even paying attention. I was so in focus with the conversation. But just to add to what Adi is saying, and to go back to your question, how does that impact me and my girls now? How do I finagle as I move forward as a single mother, parenting two bicultural, biracial kids, Dominican, Salvadoran, living and born in the United States? How do you cope with the idea of, like, merging all those things? And I'm already being questioned. My oldest daughter, shout out to her, is 11, thinks she's 20. But that's another topic for another day. But she's like, well, what am I? And she's like, I'm Salvadoran. What do I claim? I'm like, honey, you are a mixture of what that essence of who we are. We're all a mix of everyone. And we should learn to be, in an environment that is going to be conducive to be nurturing, embracing. So being able to start inculcating those things and imprinting those things as they move in their teenage years, because teenage years can be rough, man. You don't even know who you are. So being able to give that gift back to my kids that I felt was kind of taken away from me as I was growing up, it's very important. Being able to let them know, discover who you are, really find out who you are, find your purpose, and play your talents to that, or find your talents. And as you discover who you are in life, it's okay. Don't feel like you're making a mistake. You're gonna make mistakes, and I cannot protect you from all of it. So
And you don't want to,
part.
and you
Right.
absolutely don't want to. And I do believe, and I know that we're long on time, but I want to get this out for sure. as I do believe that we Latinas specifically make the grand mistake of protecting and overprotecting our children. Right, that is part of our culture, especially a boy. And the boy in a different way, the girl in a different way. But that does not serve us well. That does not serve us as a community. We really, quite frankly, y'all, I'm just going to say it. What you end up doing is raising narcissistic children because I give it to you straight with no chaser, y'all, because I love you and I care for you and I really want to see you grow and have others do the same around you. Because that is what we do. So when you sit there and tell, Luisito that you're amazing, you're wonderful, you're all the things, and all he's doing is sitting there and watching video games all day long. Actually, he's not very amazing and he's not being wonderful. And I'm not poo-pooing on video games. Like, I think everything has a place, right? So even when I was raising my children, it was, oh, you want to play video games? Awesome. You absolutely get to play them as long as it equates to the amount of reading time that you have. And then, by the way, I have to read the book because we're going to be discussing what you're reading at the dinner table. That's how we do in our house. And the Wi-Fi gets shut off and all the things. And I know the kids can get very creative. That's okay. I'll make them work for it. But the reality is that I want them to have the same playing field as everyone else. Like, moms, mujeres, stop telling your children. And again, this may be very controversial with other folks. Stop telling them how damn amazing they are. They are like, love on them, their beingness, right? As my son, you can never do something that's going to separate myself from you. That's amazing. However, I am going to need you to pick up your clothes, wash them, do the dishes, and learn how to make a meal when you go off to college, because you are going, like, all the things. I can go on a whole rampant here, but I need to
make those tortillas, girl.
Yeah,
Put those beans on there. I don't have boys, so I don't know what that is, but I'm telling you that my little one, I think she was meant to be a boy because she tests me. She tests me in a different way. But yes,
I have to share your daughter one thing. We're doing work session, me and Raquel, and then
look, right
one
now
day
I'm opening something. She's right here,
and she's like, she had some needs or something, right? Or she was doing something off on the side, distracting Raquel. And you can tell when someone's not paying attention quite because their eyes start drifting away, right? And then she goes, "Girl, this is what my daughter's doing right now." She was standing on like the countertop, jumping onto the couch, like full, like trust fall style. And I was like, you may not want her to do that. So yeah, your daughter's got some like very testosterone energy at times, for sure. It cracked me up. Zero fear in that girl. Anyway, I digress. Sorry.
Yes, but that's what I deal with on a daily basis. And I'm over here trying to equip these children to be able to navigate life, and I'm just like, y'all, this is gonna give me a heart attack and all these gray hairs on my head. I'm like, what's going on? Navigating. But yes, being Latina is not for the faint-hearted. Okay.
No, it's absolutely not. And then I will layer in my youngest now going into the university. He just graduated. Woo woo. Yes, on his side of the family, he is the first graduate from university on his father's side. So it was a big flipping deal, y'all. It was so big. Yes, and yes. And this Latina mama made sure that he actually, again, maybe controversial for y'all listening here, and shout out to all my amigos and my amigas and brothers and sisters that came out here. Los quiero mucho. I wanted to make sure that he went to and participated in a fraternity, because one thing I knew is that fraternities, it's all about the networking. For me, I saw, yes, I know they're all drinking. Yes, I know all the other things. Listen, in college, they're going to do it anyways. I want you to do it with purpose. That's all I'm saying. So I
like the reframe.
Right? It really was for me. And when he went in and he went into all these different to look at, what he actually wanted to be a part of. There were some that were like, that's not the core we're trying to go for. And he finally landed at one where he was like, all right, I can do this. So he went in, he got on the board, right? So he was a warden for 2 years of the 4 years that he was there. Yes. Was it an additional sacrifice? Y'all, to be in them fraternities cost dinero, like thousands.
Pay to play.
You have to pay to play. And he turned to me and he was like, Mom, I'm literally the only Mexican. I said, you are. You're damn right, but you're going to bring in more. And this is exactly why I want you to break in. And this is exactly why I'll keep paying whatever the heck I need to pay to make sure that you are in those damn boardrooms, that you get one more leg up, because you too, we too need to be there.
Yes,
We create our
we do.
opportunities. Yeah.
Yes, we do. And this is one of the beautiful principles that, knowing you and having you in my life has really blessed me with, is knowing that the mindset, everything has to do with the mindset and being able to activate and tap into all of that unexplored potential. So thank you, Adi, for giving me that gift of really being conscious in a sense of, as I move through this left to the what's left in my journey in a conscious way, and with a more powerful and intentful way. So, oh my gosh, how can we learn from you, Adi? How can the audience reach out to you? How can they get more of you and all of you?
Oh, well, let me just say that's limited. um, all of me is not available, except for to whatever husband would be out there, because I am single. I'm totally plugging myself in right now. She just talked about because she said
Oh,
all of me is not available only to one person. I'm just saying, ask the world for what. Just
we are manifesting.
I am
Okay.
manifesting.
Okay. Yes.
100%. I am the queen of manifestation. That's how I went from wheelchair to dance floor in 21 days. Hello. Yes. So we are manifesting a whole husband 100%. That is the only person that will have the whole body. I just needed that correction. Just need a slight correction.
Yes. My apologies, mother.
But in any other way, y'all, my DMs are open. For some of you, a little too open, and you get that block. But for those of you who would actually like to do some business together, right, or do one-on-one sessions, or come into your businesses and do some corporate training with y'all, especially, doing cultural training, for you, because what do we say? 1 out of 4 Latinos.
Yes. Yes.
So we need that. So they can come into my DMs, or, reach me through Adi@arimedrano.com. That's my email. Any other way, I'm very more private. I like the one-on-one. And we'll see you in the DMs, or not, because once again, appropriately.
Yes. No, and I love that, man. I'm telling you, this has been such a vibe. Girl, we should do something together. Like, I love this. I love how we are able to explore, our Hispanic roots. However, being able to reframe it and moving forward in a very innovative way, and in a way that it's advancing our people, I should say, but in general, everyone who is willing to learn from the messages and the life experiences that we share. So let's talk. I love this.
Yes. Vamos a platicar 100%. Oh, also, if you want to see a funnier side of Adi, like the funny reels and stuff, I don't post them here. I do post them on Instagram. So you can go over there. My day-to-day life is over there.
Yes,
You want to see.
But I think that's the whole thing. Time and place. Time and place. Everyone, each social media platform has its objectives and, vibe, right? So I'm not gonna lie to you, audience. I'm really gonna pressure you guys. Give us feedback, because I feel like we're running long, and I feel there is a reason why you guys are running long. Because if we don't say we have to end this conversation, you guys can just keep going. So, guys, by show of hands, or do me a favor, put heart emojis in the comments if you guys want to see and hear more of Adi and Raqi talking about the joy of Latinas in the business world, because I think there's a lot to be said here that we didn't even get to touch on, all the different aspects. Like, there's so much we could go on here. So, guys, please give us like a applause on the emojis, or heart in the comments. I would really love, or DM me, or DM the team at Brilliant Bee Media, because we're very serious about raising the prominence of multicultural people in business, but starting with these two fine ladies. I think you guys got something little spicy, and a little bit of, oh, I don't know, angel, what's that thing, halo-ish that you guys pretend to have?
I do. Oh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I definitely love to hear what the audience has to say. I think it's something different. It's unconventional, but in a good way. And unconventional is not bad. It's just a different approach and mindset. So and definitely that defines part of who we are. So I love that. We're definitely gonna chat it over tequila and tortillas and beans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey, add the margarita to the mix, okay?
Might as
my
well.
God.
Why listen, I was about to go into something else. I'm just gonna, this is
No.
why, yeah, I know. We're done. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
But guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I love you. I've missed you. And I hope to continue seeing you in the comments, supporting one another, connect with one another. If this was your first time here ever, thank you for making the time and welcome. And I hope this community, you find all that you need. And if you don't have, if I don't have the answer, if you reach out to me, you best. I will know somebody who has the answer for you. Thank you again, Ari, for taking the time. Please don't leave. We still got to catch up and talk, but thank you again, audience. And thank you, Ari, for your time. Yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. So hasta la próxima. Continue celebrating your Hispanic friends. Okay. All right.
Viva Latinas. Adios.
Bye.
For joining. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe and follow us for the next episode.